What's happening? Back again, episode 5. Both got headphones on this time.
Yes, we do.
So, but yeah, are you any more excited than you were a week ago?
Let's go with 5%. I've gone with the theme is 5 today, so let's go with 5%.
Okay. How do we? What needs to happen for you to be fully excited in the next 4 hours and 18 minutes until kickoff?
Nothing in the first 4 hours, but I do think once we get to 7 o'clock, I'll be more excited. But I also think as well, we need to have some goals in these opening group, like the first couple days.
I get that.
I don't want to see a bunch of 0-0s or 1-0s. I want to see some goals.
I think we will see a lot of low-scoring games in the early kickoffs
Great.
because of the heat. I
Yeah,
can't
well,
imagine thrillers in the heat that some of these players will have to play in. But I can imagine some thrillers in the games that kick off after midnight for us, just because it'd be a bit cooler. But I do have one gripe already about the World Cup, and that is a lack of a highlight show.
Is there no highlight show?
Nope, no highlight show. No, BBC aren't doing it. ITV aren't doing it. It's
YouTube.
But then how'd you go on YouTube and not do a
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler. There's no way you could do it. Only thing you could do is go online. Sorry, is record the entire game and have to watch the whole thing.
Great. Can't wait to do that.
Yeah,
I am looking forward to our opening day. I will watch the game.
Yeah, it's Mexico and South Africa first game.
Is indeed, and had Mexican food for lunch today, so my allegiances are there.
There you go. I am expecting Mexico to do well. They normally are a very, very good team at the World Cup.
Yeah.
But I'm also, obviously, we'll get onto England talk later. But England might have to go there and play a game in Mexico at the Azteca in that altitude as well. Very difficult potentially.
It is. Before we get going, can I just have? This has been bothering me since yesterday. Can I have a moment on JADON SANCHO, who just got released?
Yeah, go for it. Go on. The floor is yours.
I don't know how much time I need on him. And I don't think he deserves this much time. He is the worst signing in Man United history, when you take into account everything. I'll explain why. We chased this guy for years. Not just a summer, years. Talk of him for ages. He joins. Once he joins, we find out he likes to play on the left, not the right, which is where we bought him for. We currently have, at the time, players that like to already play on the left. We had Rashford, we had Martial could play on the left, and I suppose we bought in Ronaldo as well. I mean, the Ronaldo signing was different because that was a last-minute thing, and it further hindered Sancho. Now, I remember first season, Sancho was dreadful, and I really defended him at the time. He was bang average. I think he scored very, very few goals. I think it was maybe 4 goals, very limited assists. He was dreadful. I tried to defend him at the time. Second season, I think he starts the season okay, gets a few goals, goes on a 3-month sabbatical, which I don't know if we will ever know the full extent of that sabbatical. If it was, there are other rumours about what it was. Anyways, comes back, has an okay end to the season. That's 2 seasons down, and we're saying okay. This guy then fucking disappears in September of the next season. Goes on loan for the rest of the season. Comes back, plays 1 game, misses a penalty in that game against City, then goes on loan the whole season to you lot, does okay for you lot, and then spends another season on loan. 73 million, and the guy's probably been there about a season and a half.
Yeah, money not very well spent.
Yeah. I know there are players that have been more expensive than him. Anthony, Maguire, Pogba. I'd even say Anthony, we've got actually some money for him in return. So, I'd actually take that. Worst signing in Man United's history. No one can tell me any different.
a decent loan signing for us. His last kick as a Chelsea player was a goal. The
Yeah.
composite. But he has got that habit now, and he's just picks up European trophies and gets to play in finals. He's got three European finals in a row in all three competitions.
Not bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
He doesn't deserve any more time. I want to move on.
no, good luck to him. From me anyway, obviously not from you.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right. Well, as the topic is 5, let's go through some World Cup memories and World Cup stories and just World Cup, all things World Cup, really.
Yeah.
So why don't you start with your top 5 ever greatest games?
Greatest games. Now, we are saying that this is in our lifetime, so 90 onward. So memories for me would be, say, 90, 98 onwards, I'd say. I'm going to have to say the final.
Yeah, I got that one. The 2022 final.
Yeah.
That is one of the greatest games, just point blank ever. It had everything. It had everything, and it had the fairy tale ending for Messi as well. And I know Ronaldo fans hate that fact, but it had the fairy tale, and it also had I just felt like every single big player stepped up to that big stage that day. Like, you had Martinez, who at the penalty shootout was unbelievable. Right, obviously Messi being Messi, and and obviously Mbappe with some of one of the most outrageous goals in a final I think you're likely to see as well. And I just think it was a fitting end to a World Cup that had a lot of scrutiny and for stuff off the field, and it turned out to be okay. And then that might be a theme for this one, but this feels like something new's already happening every single day with this one.
Yeah. I'm going to say the final. I'm also going to say, going back to 2018, France-Argentina.
Yeah, one hell of a final. A semi-final.
I don't even think it was a semi-final, wasn't it? It was like...
No, sorry, it was a quarter-final. No, it was the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about. It was the second round. It was, again, that was when Mbappe introduced himself to the world, didn't he?
Yeah, got to go there. I'm going to go... I have to go Germany, 7. Brazil. I know it's not like... I just think it's iconic, and I'm just going to put that down there. I'm going to go 4th. I'm going to go with... what am I going with? Portugal, Spain, 3-3.
Yeah, one hell of a game. Ronaldo hat-trick. That free kick. Amazing.
And this is going to be a strange one. The Italy-Germany 0-0, which I still think is the best 0-0 of all time from 2006.
Okay.
Which I know finished 2-0 in extra time. Grosso and Del Piero.
Yeah.
Remember watching that? I just thought that was just one. That was proper football in the sense of we have so many 0-0s nowadays that teams are not trying to score. That was just proper football, man.
Yeah.
Those are mine.
I've got that as well. I got Germany Italy 2006 as well.
Yeah.
Because it broke German hearts, didn't it? And I think everybody in that tournament just had them down. They just thought, yeah, it's written. They're going to go win it. And they were dismantling teams up until that point, and they were amazing to watch. And then Italy turned up, and not nowadays, but do what Italians do. Italian teams are the past did, right?
They're not turning up to World Cups now, let alone matches.
No. Well, if the rumours are to be true and Mancini is next, I do expect them to be at the next one.
I said that 4 years ago. I mean, is this their 3rd they've missed out on?
Yes.
Jeez, never would have thought that.
No, it's just. But then again, if you do look at the Italy team, it doesn't have the quality they once did. And I feel like Italy, they're creating a lot of good midfielders. Like, there's a lot of good Italian midfielders out there, but I just think like defensively, I don't think they're great. Up front they're all right as well, but I just think they've kind of missing a lot of talent that
Mm.
is, I don't know, that you don't normally think would happen to Italians.
I agree. I agree. Which matches did you have in there out of what I said?
I got 2022 Holland Argentina.
Yes,
Yeah,
Weghorst.
that Weghorst, but it wasn't even that. It was the drama throughout
Yes, I do agree.
because that obviously there were so many mini brawls in the fight, but how that didn't turn into a massive brawl on the pitch with every single player staff involved, especially when was it Paredes when he smashed the ball at the
Yeah.
bench and
Mm.
then everyone just came running. I just thought, yeah, here we go. But
Mm.
it was one hell of a game that at certain points it just looked like Argentina were thrown away, and they
Yeah.
were, but they obviously they did what they carried on doing in that tournament, and that was finding ways to win. But that was what I had in there, and I just thought it was amazing because at 2-0 we thought, yeah, it's done. And then even the Weghorst goal, to do that routine for a free kick that late in a game, one, it takes balls to do that anyway, but for it to pay off, you could call it one of the greatest moments in World Cup history. Just not even just because of the goal, but the build up to it and the actual how it happened. And because that doesn't happen, that won't happen often. No team is going to go in with an intricate plan in the 96th, 97th minute on a free kick. So that won't happen. The other one I had was 2006 Mexico Argentina.
Okay.
End to end, and it looked like
I don't
1-1.
remember that as much.
I think if you remember Maxi Rodriguez's goal,
that was one of the goals.
Corner, headed out, touch, control, bang.
That was one. That
That
was one of my top 5 goals actually. So I do remember that. I don't remember the match. I remember the goal.
Well,
spoiler
the
for what's coming next.
End-to-end. Yeah, the game was end to end, and I just thought, yeah, this is absolutely unbelievable. And do you know what? I know this is greatest games, but because it's my favourite World Cup, just everything that involved in the 2006 World Cup. To be honest, we just finished our GCSEs. Well, I did, you didn't. I just finished GCSEs and had the summer off, and it was just felt like, and because it was in Germany as well, it just felt like football. And just talking about quickly, on a quick moment, going back to schedules, how much are you going to miss 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m.?
Yes, a lot, man. A lot.
Yeah, working from home at that time was elite.
It was, man. It was.
Watching Saudi Arabia v Argentina at 10 a.m. Oh,
that was incredible.
Just great.
I think I was at home watching England. I remember watching England 6-2.
Yeah, was that against Iran? Was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. It was good fun. It was good fun. We'll miss it, and hopefully when it comes back to Europe or other parts of Asia, we'll get those times again. But yeah, we're very jealous of those who are going to be able to watch everything on their time zone.
We are.
Yeah, but yeah. So what's next?
Goals, top 5 goals, and obviously, I started out. I've said Maxi.
Weirdly, that's not my top 5.
I thought it was a great goal. Another Argentinian, I think it was the same World Cup, Cambiasso.
Yeah, that's in there for me.
Yeah.
25 passes, wasn't it?
Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, and amazing.
And I have to include the third one because it was the time frame we were in. I think it was 7-8 years old. Seeing Michael Owen run around the Argentina defence, I think we all recreated like that goal. So have to put it on there.
Amazing. Do you know that is one of those moments where I just wish I was older back then. Because you'd remember it more clearly and you'd be able to just talk about it more. But yeah, I remember sat in my living room watching that, just thinking, this kid, at that point he was a kid, was it 18, 19 or something at the time?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Absolutely. And then fourth, the RVP header.
Oh yeah. Amazing.
I put that in there. And then fifth, I was very torn on fifth. but because of the technique of it, I went Pavard.
Okay, I was going to put that in there, but I can't. Yeah, that was in the final, right? And
No, it's the Argentina game. The was it
oh, right,
not
the
even the
early.
last
Yeah,
60? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it
I,
was.
I I was tempted. There was a few others that sort of missed the cut, like the Joe Cole one, and I think the other one I was really like. There was so many bangers in '06, even on opening day. Lahm, Frings, like they were all good goals, and I think even I missed out the James goal, which won.
That's in mine. That's in
Yeah, I just yeah, I could have put that, but I just went. I do a lot of stuff on instinct as well, so those were the ones that came to mind like
mine.
first.
Well, yeah, well, go with mine. James, fifth for me. That was his big introduction to the world of football as well,
Yeah. Mm.
and kind of hasn't really done a lot since.
No.
And yeah, it was just this kid from Colombia that just took over the
Mm.
World Cup. He was
Mm.
amazing player at the time, and I think everyone was after him. Real Madrid, obviously, standard got him, but the technique involved on the goal just incredible.
Can't knock it.
Got Mbappe in the final. The volley.
Yeah, that was I I could have put that because do you know what? Sometimes you have to look at environment, pressure.
Mm.
So yeah,
It's just
completely get that.
he the World Cup. The World Cup is his World Cup. The world that he is. When you think of when he retires, and we look back at World Cups, he will be a player that's synonymous with World Cups because he shows
Yeah.
up time and time and time again. And it's only
Mm.
a matter of time before he is the all-time top scorer. And I
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
Messi's 3 away. I think Mbappe's 4 away. So one of the two might get there. But I do think when careers end,
There's enough
Mbappe.
games as well now.
Yeah, exactly. And he's still young. He's got plenty of
Mm.
opportunity as well that
Mm.
guys like Messi that don't have anymore.
Mm.
I've got Owen.
Yeah.
You mentioned Cambiasso, but the one I've got from '98 is Bergkamp for the Argentina.
Yeah, yes. Bergkamp. That was the glaring miss from me.
The, it's just what can be described as just a classic Bergkamp goal.
I really like his one against Leicester, which I
Yeah.
personally, for me, I love that Bergkamp goal against Leicester. I think I like it more than the Newcastle goal.
Mm.
Not saying the these again, I'm not saying that the Newcastle goal ain't great or anything like that, or even the Argentina goal. I love the Leicester goal. There's certain goals that you just like.
Mm.
You like a goal more than say what others would do. And there's no, again, this is all personal preference.
Mm. But,
So I like the choices, man. And then
do you know what? Just quickly talking about the Bergkamp goal against when you said against Newcastle. If that happened now, do you think VAR would rule it out just for the
for a foul,
back? I think it would.
I think so too.
I don't like obviously VAR doesn't care about moments, doesn't care about great goals or anything like that. But I think VAR would rule it out. I genuinely think it would be one of those that would happen and it would annoy every single person who watched, no matter who you support.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, that was on mine. And yes,
Well,
that's
that sort of pulled him first, and then Bergkamp sort of pushed him back, didn't he?
yeah. But I
So
could just
basically,
imagine
it would
that.
get ruled out, and Arsenal would probably get a penalty or a free kick into the box for that.
Yeah, well, they'll get it now anyway. They'll get a penalty regardless now.
Yeah, true.
They run the
Well,
show now.
not in the final against Paris Saint-Germain, but yes, I'm
No,
still.
we're just waiting for Gabriel's penalty just to land whenever that is
Yeah.
ready. That's ready. Everybody, just be careful of your windows.
Mm.
What we flop teams. That's what I'll talk about. Give me your all-time flops in World Cup history that you can remember.
Again, we're going to go back to sort of our generation because we can't talk for. Although we can live like we can watch the videos of previous World Cups. It's nothing like living in that sort of moment.
Mm.
I'm gonna go with the French in 2010 because I
That's
watched the
the theme,
documentary.
That's a bit of a theme, though, isn't it? Like teams.
What?
I just feel like they spit right theme when a team has so much talent that's stacked that near the end of their careers that have all won stuff. They egos just. I just feel like every World Cup story that has a team that has flopped, it involves too many egos.
I could have gone the French in 2002, World Cup holders and stuff, but I went for 2010 just because I recently just watched the documentary on Netflix. And do you know what? The team wasn't as star-studded as 2002, and I know they were holders, but I just feel like
Mm.
everything was carnage.
Mm.
Like, everything. So I went for them. I went for England in 2014.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I went for Germany, 2018.
Mhm.
I went for Belgium, 2022 as well.
That was just sad. And that was just sad. Yeah, that Belgium. I've got Belgium's just whole entire golden generation.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
thinking that.
it could have 2018. I thought they were unbelievable. I know we're not going to talk about individual performances, but I do think
Lukaku.
against Brazil, yeah, well, he probably should have scored a few, but
Well, yeah.
one of the greatest performances I can think of in a World Cup without scoring a goal, without getting an assist, was Eden Hazard against Brazil.
Yeah,
Uh,
incredible. Absolutely
yeah,
peak of his powers.
yeah, and he was incredible against the French as well in the semi-final.
Mm.
They were so unlucky, and he was head and shoulders the best player at that tournament.
Mm.
And then for a while, I know he was one of the best players in the world for probably large parts of
Mm.
that 2018-2019 season as well until he
Mm.
left. And but yeah, that just yeah, that entire Belgian goal generation is what could have been for them because they had so many moments throughout their entire history to actually to do something. And they just don't do it.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
And I think five, I think I've done four: Belgium, Germany, um, England, France. And do you know what? I know this is not quite like very like I know it's not World Cup, but just the Italians not qualifying over the last few years, I think is absolutely horrific. So
Mm.
those are mine.
Well, I've got England '06.
Yeah, I
Um,
can see that.
again, another golden generation
Mm.
that just I don't know what it is, and just I watched that documentary the other day on BBC about the England 2016 and why it failed and stuff like that. And honestly, it just feels like some of the players don't even really understand why it failed.
No.
But it just on paper they had everything, right? They had
Mm.
winners, they had captains, they had goal scorers, they had players who played big moments in their team seasons, and they had goals, they had power, they had technique, they had style, they had flair. You know, they had Wayne Rooney, who at that point was seen as being one of the best players in the world at that point. Well, sorry, up and coming one of the best players in the world and one of the best young
Injured.
players at that point. And then he got injured. Obviously, he's metatarsal. Beckham all
Michael
over
Owen wasn't
again.
fit.
No, and see going back Portugal, see Ronaldo, that whole
Mm.
incident happened. But even do you know what? Even if they did get past Portugal, there was no way they were going to win the World Cup. There was no way.
No.
And it's just a shame looking back at it because
They didn't
even
look
though
like they were going to win the World Cup. At any point did I ever look at it and think they don't?
no,
They look that no. They looked awful. They looked
yeah,
awful. They were boring. There was
yeah,
a slog. It was a slog, and that's the best way I could describe watching them in that World Cup. It was a slog.
yeah. It just didn't show up. But that was the story of England time and time again up until
Mm.
recently, really. You
Mm.
know? And the other team I've got is Argentina in 2002.
Yes, they went out to the group stages, didn't they?
Yeah, and if you look at their team, it was stacked.
Mm.
Right, Veron, Batistuta, Crespo, Simeone, Ortega, Aymar, Zanetti. Right,
Ayala as well.
Ayala. Yeah, they only scored 2 goals.
Mm.
You know, I know they lost to England, Beckham's penalty, but an early exit. And I just thought, you look at that team on paper, that is not a group stage knockout
No.
team.
Who else have you got? Who else have you got down?
Well, you took a few with England
Uh,
2015 as well, so. But I think there is a very large. I think we could both probably agree on flops. I don't think there's been many big flops, but I think the obvious ones I think we mentioned.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And just shout out to Lukaku for the flop performance of the
Which
World
one?
Cup.
Which one?
Just that who did they play in the last game where you missed all them chances?
I'm pretty sure it was France. Yeah,
Hmm?
that semi-final against France, I believe.
Man, I'm talking about 2022 when he came on in the half.
Was that Japan? Was it?
Might have been.
Yeah, they
Followed it up by another disaster in the Champions League final 6 months later.
listen. I despise Romelu Lukaku for what he did to our season. He completely derailed our season under Thomas Tuchel in that second year.
See,
And
I don't have that much hate for Lukaku as you do. He was okay at United. I
yeah,
can't
but
really
he
say.
scored. He scored goals for you lot. He
He
was
did, yeah.
injured. He was injured. He started off.
Mm.
If you go back and look at that season when we signed him back,
He was
right?
very good.
He was amazing. Those 2 goals against Villa, right?
Mm.
Unbelievable goals. But then he gets injured, right? He plays a Champions League game, and he doesn't look fit. Doesn't look very good. The next game, I believe, against you lot, was on the bench, right?
Mm.
And then he goes and does that interview.
Mm.
And it's the things he said, right? Telling Martinez, don't go anywhere, I'll be back soon. Right? Talking down about every single player. And do you know one thing I did respect about Tuchel? It wasn't him who decided we're not going to play you against Liverpool. It was the senior players at that point, when we did have a
Yeah.
few. Right? It was them. It was Jorginho, Kante, Rudiger. It was that Kovacic. It was that kind of crew that decided that, yeah.
I just can't imagine Kante in these team meetings saying anything negative.
Yeah,
You could be like, it's okay.
I think you don't want to get on the wrong side of N'Golo. But
N'Golo.
he's an absolute disgrace. And do you know what? He's leaving again. He's leaving Napoli again. He's obviously pissed off Inter Milan fans. Negotiating with Juve on the day of the Champions League final. Right? I've never seen a striker. Forget striker. I've never seen a player who's played at so many clubs, scored goals at loads of these clubs, but has nowhere to call home.
No.
Right? And
West Brom.
The other thing is, yeah, West Brom. That's probably it. But I don't think any of these teams would ever take him back.
No.
Either. Right? Like, it's crazy. Like, there are a lot of players who used to play for us that I would take back. But I don't know, like someone like Rudiger. Give me Rudiger tomorrow, I'll take him back as a leader in our dressing room. But yeah, Romelu Lukaku. The less said about that guy, the better.
Interesting. Yeah. Moving on.
We're going to talk about this World Cup. Before we get on to England, they might pop up in this one. Who are your teams that are under pressure?
America, firstly.
I fully agree.
I feel like
they're not interested in the World Cup anyway.
No.
Obviously, this is all across the 3 nations, but did you know 80 of the 104 games that are happening in this World Cup still aren't sold out yet?
Crazy. I've got America. I tried to not make it as obvious as, like, it's easy to just do the favourites and etc. But obviously I have to include it. I do think Portugal.
I've got them as well.
I do think Portugal.
Generation.
Yeah, I've actually not put England on there. Pressure to perform. I think Tuchel's under pressure, but
don't you just think England, with the way the media is, everything, they're under pressure regardless. They're under pressure from the moment, they're always under. Even when the World Cup ends, whenever the next squad's selected in September, they'll be under pressure then too. It's just the way it is, isn't it, in England?
Yeah. I think I know there's a lot of talk about the African Senegal as well, who are one of the teams that I think are favoured amongst the African nations. I think they could be under pressure.
Okay.
And then I've just gone the two. I haven't gone Argentina because they've got I actually think Germany are under pressure to perform because of their awful runs lately. And then I didn't really have a fifth one. I suppose if you want England there, you can throw them in there because I did say Tuchel.
Do you think France are under pressure?
They're always under pressure, aren't they, as well?
I do think a little bit they might be playing with house money because they've won, they got to a final, they've got that consistency World Cup wise. But I
Yeah.
also think Deschamps' last World Cup, I think they're going to go out with
Mm.
back. I
Mm.
do think they'll be there. But the other one I've got is Spain.
Spain, I thought about Spain winning the Euros, but I know they're one of the favourites, but they're not being spoken about like at all.
No.
It's a lot of focus on England in the tournament, a lot of focus on Ronaldo, a lot of focus even on America, but not like, yeah, strange one, isn't it?
I do think how Portugal get on in this World Cup, and I know this is going to sound a really crazy statement. I think a lot of it will look back on what we think of Ronaldo internationally come the end of this tournament because this is his last one. He's something like it just felt as if like the last World Cup, it felt like every single player had to pass to him, no matter what. You had to give him the ball. Right, I remember him taking free kicks from all over the gaff. Right, just wasn't very, just didn't look great. And in the end,
did he score in the last World? He did score in the last World Cup.
Yeah,
he? Penalty.
I think so. Yeah, but he just
was it the Euros? He didn't score in the Euros, did he?
No, he just started crying instead.
Yeah.
He just didn't. It just didn't look right. It just didn't look
right.
No,
sad, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is with that,
it was like watching Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. Weird comparison. Not many people will get that.
No, definitely not. If you guys want to go back and watch it, and you hopefully can understand what he meant.
Yeah.
But I just think he was rightly benched.
Yeah.
And he's got obviously this is his last chance, and he's got arguably the best team internationally he's ever going to have. Like that, just on Portugal, they probably got the best midfield in the World Cup with João Neves, Vitinha, and Bruno. Right, and
he has this thing, Ronaldo. I love him to bits. He's my favourite player of all time. But when he's benched and he comes on, he doesn't ever feel like he wants to come on to prove people wrong. He almost wants to prove the manager. He almost even purposely underperforms to be like, told you shouldn't have dropped me, rather than going and this is why you shouldn't drop me and reversing it around.
Yeah, I get that. He's just, I don't know, he has to perform.
Yeah.
He has to almost do what Messi did in 2022.
I think he is under the most pressure to perform in his whole career at 41 years old, which is very strange. I don't think he's going to win it, personally.
I think they got a chance, but I also think that Martinez has to have the balls to say,
God,
you're having a bad game, I'm taking you off. Right? I know it's 1-0. I know, we're leading. We could keep you on, try and get a second, but no, I'm taking you off. He has to be managed correctly at this World Cup because it's his last chance. And two, as great as a player as he is, as one of the greatest of all time, his ego is so big that it can derail a dressing room. And you've seen it. And it just feels as if like just something wasn't right last time round. And a lot of it does go around him.
Let's see what happens this time.
I got Brazil under pressure.
Not really spoken about them, have we?
No, but it's because, it's Brazil. There's expectations no matter what. And I know they haven't got the best squad or the best team. And maybe we could say they should have taken João Pedro. But even if they did, would that still have been enough for a World Cup for Brazil? I don't know.
No.
And I just think that I know a lot of people are there. There are a lot of people, aim to get to finals, but it's all because of the man in the dugout.
I do think Vinicius is under pressure. I've never seen him do it for Brazil.
No.
So he's another one under pressure.
And it's also just a last chance for Neymar to roll back the years to get a World Cup, and
if he features.
Yeah, but he's another one. Like we talk about players who love playing at a World Cup. He's one of them. Yeah.
I thought in 2014. I thought he was incredible.
Yeah, he really was.
Till he got back injury.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's my 5. Along with obviously same as yours of England and USA as well. I
Yeah.
actually think all the host nations are under pressure, probably apart from
Yeah.
Canada. I don't
Probably.
think
Yeah.
Canada aren't. They've got a good
Big
team.
up.
Though.
Big up, Canada boy.
Big up Canada boy. He's our number one viewer. But
Hmm.
he Sorry, we still hate. Well, I still hate Cody Gakpo for you. Don't worry if you're still watching.
I think he's going to have a great World Cup.
I don't understand how you think that, but listen. If you are wrong, if I'm wrong, then hats off to you.
Just, I'm going by previous tournaments, all right?
Yeah, fair enough. But I do think that yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what to make. Just don't know what to make. The Dutch as well. I mean, what's he talking about? They're a dark horse potentially. The Dutch.
Yeah. It's strange we haven't mentioned them.
No, I don't think anyone expects anything. But obviously Van Dijk, Van Hecker, and Van der Ven.
I thought you could say Van Gogh.
I don't realize that because I was saying Van der, or Van.
Yeah.
But it was. They said, "Oh, we'll talk. We can have a little match about going. Dutch might win one World Cup this year. They might.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, they're under pressure. They've got a good team. They've got a good 11. They've got good squad. Xavi Simons is going to be a big miss for them as well. But they got a great midfield. If you look at it with De Jong, Koopmeiners, and Reinders, and as well. So
yeah,
it's be an interesting.
Reinders, who I haven't really seen since opening game against Wolves.
Yeah. He's a good player. He's a good player. Though.
Yeah.
I think he might just be one of them that once he gets out of the shackles of club football and into internationals, I think he shows up.
We've got a bit of a nice little quiz, isn't it, as well?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. We can't have a World Cup chat without talking about England.
Fine. The third favourites.
I was just the same thing.
Why?
I have no idea why.
Why? I would put Spain, Argentina, France ahead of them. Maybe even Brazil. I think you know my stance. Sometimes I like to put teams as favourites that have won it fairly recently or over the last years, and I can't put Portugal there for that reason. I would say they're fifth or sixth at most, and I'm being very, very, very generous with that one.
Okay. It's Listen,
but why do they have this God-given right every tournament to be like with third favourites or fourth favourites?
Because they're the English. That's why.
Yeah.
Right. But I think if you look at that squad, I mean, listen. Firstly, if I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm worried about Saka because what Tuchel said yesterday, and his Achilles injury, and he's not fully healed, and he's managing his minutes. He's managing it. I'd be, especially in that heat when muscle tears, muscle things can happen so easily. If he's already carrying an Achilles injury, I'd be so scared if I'm an Arsenal fan right now. I'd be super scared.
Hey man, Cole Palmer must be at home thinking I could have got a game here.
Yeah, I know. Well, if you look at Madueke's miss, right?
I did see Madueke's miss.
Right.
Wasn't that Noni Madueke as a whole?
Yeah, it really was. It was a great move. Bellingham in the 10 looked really good yesterday.
I did think there was improvements. Gordon as well. I thought there were some massive improvements yesterday. I thought Bellingham was really, really good.
Yeah, but it's
Bellingham gave that sort of performance where I was like, you know what, I'm still here.
Yeah, it was like a little tap on the shoulder to say, listen, I know you got Rodgers, I know Eze's around, and I know there's been pressure on me, and you've been saying some stuff about me, and my place ain't guaranteed. Well, this is what I could do.
To be honest, if Gordon didn't perform yesterday, I would have had the argument of Bellingham in the 10, Rodgers on the left.
I just think those guys are going to be make it much easier for Harry Kane to run off him.
Yeah.
Especially Bellingham, because his first year at Madrid, he did that a lot. Running on scoring off Benzema all the time, and he's got everything. I know everyone's talking about Harry Kane's England's talisman, but Bellingham will have a massive say on how well England do this World Cup. But also, if you think about England's squad, though, how many world-class players do you think have?
World-class?
I got 4 in my head.
World class overall or world class for England?
However you want to answer it.
The reason I say that, and I know that might be confusing, someone like Pickford is world class for England when he plays, but I wouldn't necessarily put him as world class. I can probably guess your four.
Okay.
I know you're going to say Reece James.
Yeah.
I think you're going to grind your teeth and maybe say Declan Rice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you put Harry Kane?
Yeah. 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 Well, without a doubt.
Yeah. Those are the three, I think. Yeah, and then
Mm.
I don't know if you went Bellingham or Saka. I probably would say Bellingham.
Yeah, I got Bellingham.
Yeah.
I don't know if Saka's world class. I know that's a very controversial thing to say in 2026 about Saka, but I don't think he's world class. Um, and this is what I worry about. This is why if I'm Cole Palmer, if I'm Jared Bowen, if I'm Phil Foden, I'm sat at home thinking, really, couldn't get a game over these guys. And this is why England are always going to be under pressure. But it's good luck to them.
Yeah, you've got four players. I think they've got one that could be world class in a couple of years' time, Nico O'Reilly.
Oh, 100%. He's the real deal. He is the real deal.
Yeah, he's world class potential.
But I do think England defensively are a little bit there for the taking, especially at centre back.
Yeah, I think is he gonna go Konza and Stones, or is he gonna go Gahey and Konza? I'm not sure.
I was surprised to see Stone start yesterday.
I
know he does like Konza, but you would think it'd have to be Gay and one of the other two.
I'm really intrigued. Really intrigued.
But even if it's just Gay and one of the two, it doesn't look great.
Doesn't scream to me world class World Cup defence.
No, and they haven't. Like Stones hasn't played much football, but obviously his career has been brilliant. But the others, they don't really play at that high of a level. Like Gay, I know he's only just really started playing Champions League since January. Even then, that was only 2 games against Madrid. Right? They're not great. I don't think they're great. And there was large parts. And even if you look at it, what cost City the league? Gay's back pass against Everton. Right? Yeah. So it's there. It's there for the taking. I know every player makes a mistake, but listen, we'll find out how good he really is at the World Cup and next season for City. I don't know why they're third favourites though.
No, agreed. Got a nice way to end things though, isn't it? A little quiz.
Yep, little quiz. Right. Do you want to go first? Got 1 for 1?
Yeah, I don't mind. So we're just doing off the top of your head. We don't know what we're going to ask each other, by the way. I just said come up with 3 questions. Name 5 something. So I'm going to do it. It's all World Cup related. Can you name? And I'm not going to make it impossible. Like, can you name the stadiums that were used in South Korea in 2002 and Japan? Quite simple. Can you name 5 England managers that have managed England at World Cups?
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
Not Tuchel, by the way. You can't say him because he hasn't managed yet.
Okay, cool. Southgate. You've got Sven. You've got Bobby Robson. Trying to go back in time. Sir Alf Ramsey. Let's go back to the glory days of '66. And Capello.
I thought you'd go with our lifetime, but hey, you got there.
Do you know what? I was really struggling. I was like, who's the Italian guy? For some reason, C kept on. I was like, it's not Conte. So that was popped up in my head. So I've just got more general knowledge questions than naming 5. Right. So we'll go for the easiest out of my 3, I think. Who scored the fastest goal in World Cup history?
Oh, you're going to get me on this one. And
I'll tell you the time. So it was after 11 seconds.
11 seconds. For the longest time, it was Roberto Di Matteo FA Cup final, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That
that's
was the.
43. But then
Say that again.
Saha broke that. Saha broke that against us. But
Saha broke that, and didn't Gundogan break that against us?
yes, yeah. So it was Di Matteo, then Saha, then Gundogan.
You're gonna have to give me a hint, see if I can get it.
He's European. After that World Cup, he went on to play for Arsenal, I believe. Yeah, he did.
Podolski.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to tell me.
Hakan Suka.
Hakan Suka. I would never have got that.
So 1-0. Whee.
Not bad. Not bad.
You're up.
Yeah. Can you name 5 England goal scorers in knockout games?
Ooh, Kane.
Kane. That's it.
Wait, oh man, I'm starting all getting all the World Cups and Euros all confused now.
I know.
So, Kane. Do you know what? My mind's gone completely blank.
Harder than it thinks, isn't
It
it?
really is. Yeah, I'm sorry, I really struggle. Owen.
Yeah.
Sol Campbell.
Sol Campbell.
No, it was disallowed, wasn't it? And I'm thinking Portugal for some reason. That's 2000 Euro
Yeah,
2004.
no.
There you go. Beckham.
Beckham against was it Ecuador? 06? Got 2 more to go.
You guys might be watching for a while till I come up with this.
Yeah.
He sort of popped out of my head. Yeah, I'm gone. Go for it.
I was going to say you could have just... Huh?
Wait, hold on. I can't go out like this. It's disgraceful.
There's actually loads. There's loads and loads you could do.
It just, when you're under pressure, it just pops out your head and you don't know what to do.
You're just thinking of our generation. You think of any, like...
Oh, yeah. Oh, in that case, Jeff Hurst.
Yeah.
And Bobby Charlton.
I'm guessing Bobby did, but I don't know. I think when I first asked this question, I was like thinking Owen, and then I would have gone for, in that same game, Shearer scored, Beckham, and then I would have gone Kane. I know Henderson and Saka both all scored, didn't they? So
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
All right. Can you name the stadium that had the highest ever attendance for a World Cup game?
Was it Brazil's?
The attendance was 173,580.
Was it Brazil Stadium?
Yes. Can you guess which
Rio.
one?
Was it Rio?
I don't know if it's in Rio, but I think we all know the name of the stadium. If you get it.
I can't remember.
The Maracanã.
Maracanã, yeah, of course it is.
All right, well, your last one. It's your last question.
I did have one, but I'm thinking, I think I might change it. Can you name 5 Chelsea players that have scored at World Cups while playing for Chelsea?
Whilst playing for Chelsea. Can't say Lampard. He never scored a World Cup.
No.
Drogba. Again, see, this is harder than it looks, Shevchenko, still for Ukraine. Ballack,
I remember, was...
06.
No, Ballack wouldn't have done because he wouldn't have signed for Chelsea at that point, would he?
Yes, true.
Drogba's definitely one.
Drogba, no, you have to give me...
I think Hazard's one.
Yes.
Hazard would definitely have been one. I'm actually struggling as well because I just made up that question on the cuff. So I'm pretty sure there is others that are. I'm pretty sure there was. I thought you might ask me that on the United. I had Pogba, I had Rooney.
Okay.
I had Fellaini.
Yeah, guessing I was a header.
Yeah, that definitely was a header. I had Cristiano, and I had who else did I have? A Beckham.
There you go. So, last question. Never really discussed them. So let's go goalkeepers. Can you tell me the two goalkeepers with the most clean sheets in a World Cup? And they both got 10.
Think of who's played several World Cups.
And you got to go pretty far back for one.
Is Oliver Kahn one?
No.
Taffarel?
No, but I'll give you one clue. One of them is ex-United.
Fabian Barthez.
Yes. Yeah. Can you guess the other one?
Is it Iker Casillas?
No. He's English.
Banks?
No, in that generation.
Shilton?
Yes.
Shilton?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. I actually thought Casillas would have been one because Spain didn't really. Well, they only had one World Cup where they really didn't concede any goals. I like next one.
Well, that just quickly go back. That was one of my teams for flops. Spain in 2002, because that kind of led to what Spain became because they just scrapped the model of picking just their best players and pick the best for them at that time. So that was it. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of the World Cup chat anyway for now. And
if anyone did like that, I'd like to, if anyone's watched this and they like the little quizzes and stuff, feel free to say what more we can do.
Yeah, we're always open to ideas. Please, again, I know we said this last week and a few of you did, please like and please subscribe and share it with every single person you know, your neighbours, your friends, your postman, whoever, right? And just, all the support. And everyone does watch. We appreciate the love.
Yeah.
And we'll be back.
Enjoy tonight.
Next week. I'll be back next week for the first week of the World Cup, and England would have played their first game. So plenty to discuss.
We'll do a review of all the games so far.
Yeah, cool. All right. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.
See you later.